Hello my dolls, what's up, welcome back to Aphrodite by Olympia. This video is going to be a update for you guys on my Team Project Pan, hashtag Team Project Pan. Oh my god, it's so cool. So yes, I'm going to show you how I created this beat. I'm going to walk you guys through products that I have continued to use in this, I'm going to call this the second round, because you know, more than 3 months have gone by where I could, you know, change my products up if I wanted to. So I did make some changes. I kept some things, I swapped some things out, and I used, as in panned, some things. So in this video we're going to go through all of that, and I'm going to give you all the tea. I'm going to give you a tutorial on this look at the same time, so it's a 2-for-1. And yeah, so if you want to see that and you're interested in this video, I suggest you keep watching.
From the top, drop that, yeah, feel the funk, y'all, yeah, feel the funk, y'all, yeah, and lay back in the cut, what's up, what's up?
Hi guys, okay, so if you're new here, my name's Olympia and welcome to Aphrodite by Olympia. I do videos here on YouTube about beauty and makeup available in Australia for deeper skin tones. I do upload every Wednesdays and Saturdays. Now, I will say also, if you are interested, go ahead and subscribe. I mean, why not? You'll be notified when I upload. So, without further ado, let's get into this video, into this beat, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the other side. Okay, guys. Team Project Pan. Okay. So, yo, it has been an actual struggle, like a proper struggle for me to do this Project Pan thing. Like, I've discovered with Project Pan that I don't actually wear makeup as often as I thought I did. I have to use products that I like. It needs to be an enjoyable, fun process for me. So, with that in mind, I thought I would, yeah, swap some things out, and I'm actually really happy with what I have. I am so confident in what I've picked that I'm making a prediction here. I reckon that I will probably finish the rest of the year, so what, 6 months, with these same products. So there's that. Let's start off with brows as per usual. Actually, I do like to put down a translucent powder on my brows, and I'm still using the Kat Von D Lock-It translucent powder. I still really like it, not gonna lie. It's a pretty nice powder, not as finely milled as Miss Laura Mercier, ma'am. She's the goat, for reals, for reals. She is the goat. So I've used a fair bit, guys. Wow. I might just get a permanent marker and mark that. Okay. So I've marked it. Almost at halfway. Wow. That's kind of amazing. Yeah, there's that. So I'm still using the Signature Brow by Kat Von D in 2 shades, dark brown and graphite. Now, let me know in the comments down below if you want me to do a full dedicated how I do my brows video. I don't know, if there's enough interest, I'll do one, but honestly, I don't think my brows are that great. I mean, I've seen better brows. Yeah, if you want a dedicated video, comment below, guys. I will do that if I get enough requests or likes on that particular comment requesting it. So I'll just show you how much is in each. So that one is dark brown. And this one is the graphite. It's got a tiny bit more. In my previous, like in my project pan, I've had other brow products that I've actually taken out and I've used. So the M.A.C Spiked Eyebrow Crayon, I've used all of that. That is completely empty. That's been panned. And then the Models Co, I decided to take it out because this was a hot mess. So I was not having good makeup days with this. Next item, which is kind of new to my project pan, as in I didn't have this category before. I've gone ahead and added it. Yes, I know. It is a brow setter. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This was the one that was in my recent full face of sample / free makeup only. I will link that in the cards for you guys here. I really like the wand on this and it lasts all day. Really like it. So I was happy to include this in my project pan. Next category is concealer. Now, I still have the ColourPop. This is how much I got left. There's that much. I reckon it's here as well. So I've had to add a concealer that I'm going to be using to do the actual concealing. It's going to be a bit different. I've added the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever concealer. I do have 2 shades, so I've got Butterscotch and Peanut Butter. The other concealer that I was using was this ColourPop one, but I've taken the stopper out. As you can see, it's completely empty. So I've used it all up. That's finished. And I've swapped out the Fenty Beauty Matchstick in the shade Suede. Now, I don't like this. I feel like it tugs on my under eye. Look out for a full face of Fenty Beauty because I did get the bronzers. You guys should have seen my haul video by now because I did haul it. But yeah, I'm going to do a dedicated video to the bronzer, but then after that I'm going to do like a full Fenty face. So look out for that one. They're my brows. Like I said, I don't think they're anything special. I've seen better brows, but they will do. Okay, concealer for brows. Done. Primer time. So, in terms of primers, I have used up all of the little Illamasqua Hydra Veils. Yeah, they were really one of the first things to go, like finished, nada, zilch, gone. I also had as a primer, I believe, the Designer Brands Moisturizing Primer was my other primer. I decided I was going to put more skincare into my primer. So I've got 2 primers. One is moisturizing and the other one is a primer too. I'm going to be panning the Farsali Unicorn Essence and the Rose Gold Elixir. So the Unicorn Essence is basically a primer, but it's also got really good skincare in it. It's a really good serum. And then the Rose Gold Elixir is actually a whole bunch of beauty oils with 12K gold infused into it. And I have combo skin, so I'll be using this one kind of just in my dry patches and this everywhere else. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So I like to put this one first because oils are heavier than serums. So make sure you go in that order. I think I did have a mattifying. That's right. I also had the yeah, Makeup Forever mattifying primer. So it does leave the skin slightly tacky, not overly so. And the Elixir, just there. Like literally nowhere else. I'll just go just here a little bit too, because I do get dry. Just gives the skin just a nice glow. I really like it. Okay, foundation is next. Now, okay, so the previous foundation I was using that I absolutely detested and hated to like the bottom of my soul, the Tarte Shape Tape foundation. Both of the formulas are crappity crap. Hate it. Instead, we are using an oldie but a goodie. This is the M.A.C Matchmaster SPF foundation in the shade 8.0. This is, I've had this for about 1.5 years. It does have a 24-month, expiry. So realistically, I've got 6 more months to use this before it goes off. As you can probably tell, it has kind of settled around here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mark that. Okay, I've got my damp Model Rock Cosmetics beauty sponge, and I am gonna go ahead. All right, I'm gonna do 2 pumps actually. That's 2 pumps there. That's what 1 layer looks like. I'm gonna grab a 3rd pump and only concentrate it where I want more coverage. Yeah, so it's nice and buildable, but it's not cakey. Still looks really natural. But I think it's a really nice shade match. It just evens out that canvas, but yeah, it still looks like skin. So an oldie but a goodie. I thought it would be a really good one to kind of use up and check out. A lot of my other foundations are currently very new, so they weren't going to expire anytime soon. But yes, this is it. I was editing and I just realized that I still have this foundation on, so I thought I would quickly give you guys a really quick update. It's not planned. I just thought, oh, it's still there, it's still doing its thing. I didn't need to touch up. It's been 9 hours. 9 hours, because I do kind of edit into the night. It's usual for me. And yeah, I'm so stinking impressed right now with how it's looking. Like, tiny bit of oil kind of coming through now, but that's after 9 hours. I'm amazed. I'm totally amazed. Has not budged, no separation, no lifting. I could blot real quick, or if I'll get any oil. That's all the oil. Like, not even half of a sheet. Wow. I'm M.A.C Matchmaster. I forgot how good it was. It's amazing. I mean, I would give this an A+. Like, it is up there in terms of oil control. There's no separation, application was easy, it was buildable, it was a natural kind of matte-ish finish. Wouldn't call it luminous or dewy or anything like that, but and the color match for me, spot on. So I like it, I like it, I like it a lot. A+ for the foundation. Whoop, whoop. Okay, we'll go back to the regular scheduled program. Next is concealer. As I said earlier, the Colourpop and the Fenty Beauty. I'm swapping it out for the Hydra, so I'm going to go ahead and apply that. So this is peanut butter. I'm going to do peanut butter underneath the eyes. I like the finish. I actually love the finish, actually. Like it, the finish is really, really beautiful. As I mentioned earlier, Kat Von D is the powder. No, I would prefer to use a tinted color. I'm just pressing the powder in. Then the other powder which hasn't changed at all is the NARS. So kind of almost halfway as well. Still think this is too red for me, but I'm just gonna quickly set everywhere else. I know I look really, really powdery right now, but that's okay. I'm about to fix that. So yep, that's the NARS powder. Now let's get the setting spray. Now I was using the Urban Decay All Nighter and also a Skindinavia one as well. I've finished both of them. There's like the tiniest bit of me. I'm going to use the last bit at the end. So just to set, I'm going to use this first Makeup Spritzing Matte by Australis. So this is just kind of to decrease some of that powderiness. Still going in with the Inglot Freedom System powder. I kind of want to use this kind of similar to my Micro Smooth, just to buff out any harsh lines I can see, and it will also add a little bit more extra coverage, and it will set any areas I may have missed. So that's staying in my project pan. Next would be bronzer. Okay, so I've decided to go with the Colourpop pressed powder. So pressed powder bronzer in the shade Bits and Pieces. It is a red hued with a slight bit of shimmer to it. I decided to go for this one as opposed to something else, the Milani Earth Glow. Oh, is it Earth Glow? Yeah, Earth Glow instead, like this instead of that, because my face is so matte. I feel like I need just a little touch of luminosity that this bronzer gives me, and I still get that red undertoned bronze that I absolutely freaking adore. I'm using the Real Techniques blush brush, and it just works really well with this bronzer. Picks it up really well, and I get to deposit it exactly where I want, but I still get like a soft kind of beat that I'm after today. So yes, You guys, I love bronzer so stinking much. Now, this is replacing the M.A.C bronzers. So the actual powder blushes, the shade Format and Film Noir. This was what I was using before. I hardly made a dent, as you can see. I think more so with this one I've made a bit more of a dent in it than this one, but I used to use these together. I found that this is a little bit too on the purple hue that I like, and then when I tried to compensate with using a bit more shimmer, it just makes it too shimmery, so I wasn't really liking kind of the effect that I was getting, basically is what I'm trying to say. So I have swapped these two out. This is the primer that I was trying to find before that I said I was swapping out. Yeah, so this is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer. This one's out. I might just explain why I'm no longer using mattifying primers around my T-zone. So I went and saw a dermatologist? Yeah, a skin specialist. And she said that basically I do have dry areas around my nose, and so my body, well, my skin thinks that it needs more oil because it is dry. Because I do get flaking around my nostrils, but then I do get oil, like excess oil producing kind of from here spreading out. So I basically changed my skincare to counteract that, which is why you saw me earlier put the oils down. So giving more oil to the skin in those areas is going to prevent my skin from then producing oil. I want to see how that's going to go. I mean, that's the theory behind it anyway. So yeah, mattifying primers are not for me, because I love my Magical Moringa by Lush. That kind of moist primer is a little bit different in that it goes on wet and then dries down like a powder, so it doesn't do the same thing as these type of primers. So yeah, these type of primers are basically obsolete to me. I'm going more the skincare route these days. I hope that clarified things for you guys. Yeah, I am keeping the Saharan Blush Volume 1 palette. This is how far I've gotten. I've really kind of dug into Zara. Don't really use Lila that often. It's a bit more bronzy. I like the hint of gold that Zara has. I've been using Toby quite a bit. Love Zayn. Neo and Abby I do use as well, but mostly on my eyes more than anything else. But I'm gonna go in with this orange Toby as my blush, and I'm gonna use Zara as my highlight. Okay, so in terms of eyeshadow, I was using the Zoeva Nude Spectrum. So this was too boring for me. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. I know people use this as like their everyday palette. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's got all of those, you know, neutral, easy wearable tones that you look for, especially if you're a lighter complexion. I basically couldn't really use this row here, some of these shades here. It's got no black. I kind of was going a little bit stir crazy. Like, I thought coupled with the Inglot, which by the way looks like this now because I've decluttered half those shades. I was like not having a bar of it. Yeah, so I am taking these both out of my project pan. I just found myself being really uninspired and bored. I don't wear makeup to work. I'm a registered nurse. I mean, some registered nurses do wear makeup to work. There's nothing wrong with that. I am not one of those people. I like to sleep. I like to sleep. So if I do go out with friends and things like that, I want to wear eyeshadow that's a little bit more colorful and fun. So instead, I am replacing it with the ColourPop Chasing Rainbows eyeshadow palette. Now this palette was released holiday 2018 by ColourPop. It looks like this. As you can see, way more up my alley. I do have this super deep shade that I can use. It's not quite a black. It's kind of like a really, really blackened, that's a terrible swatch. I didn't really try to swatch it properly, but it's really, it's a really kind of blackened, plummy brown shade. Like it's really, really deep, almost black, which I think is perfect, especially if you're a little bit intimidated by black. It's deep enough that I can smoke out the lash line or smoke out a look. On my complexion, I did not have that with these, you know, with these two combos at all. I found I was quite limited. Couldn't really do a smoky look that I wanted. With this, I can now kind of be more adventurous. I've got my, you know, corals, I've got my blues, purples. Now there is no orange crease shade, but I do have the Saharan blush palette. I've got this orange here that I'm happy to throw on my crease if I need to, which is why I decided to keep this, because I can still use all of these shades as eyeshadows if I want to. Honestly, it's so pretty. So we're gonna go ahead and do an eye look. I will not be doing a liner. Speaking of liners, I am getting rid of a lot. Well, actually, no, I've used a lot. So I've used up all of the Maybelline Master Precision Skinny Gel Pencil, completely empty. I've used up all of the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner. That's all used up. I've used up the Tarte liners. Now, liners that I'm actually chucking out, or sorry, well, I'm chucking this white one out because it's super old, and it's probably not eye safe at this point. It's so crumbly, and it was just too much of a hassle. So that's literally going in the bin. And then I took out two of the Tarte, what are these? Clay paint liners, the shade Mulberry and the shade Champagne. I used Mulberry maybe once, but I didn't use this one at all. No point in it being in there for like, what, 5 months and me not using it at all. So pulled it out. No longer part of the project pan. Okay, so to replace the Maybelline Skinny one, I've got the NARS Larger Than Life Long Wear Eyeliner. This was in part of my, what's it called? Full Face of Samples. There is this much left. Such a good pencil, like, bomb. I've also added, the Fenty Flyliner. I'll use this when I put the lashes on. But yeah, this is also from that Full Face of Sample Makeup Only. Really, really, really good. Small mini one, want to use it up. And I'm keeping the two other colors of the black and the copper of that clay paint liner by Tarte. So these are staying in this. I've used copper a little bit, but haven't used the black yet. So I'm gonna go ahead, put lashes on, liner, and I'll be back with this eye completed and we can move on from there. Okay guys, I am back. I've put the lashes on, did a little bit of liner. I did go ahead off camera and put the shade Blurred Lines. It's that same shimmery gold. It's not gonna come off as gold on the screen, but it's an iridescent, pearlescent shade, I should say, with a gold shift. So it goes on white and then it shifts to gold. I've got that on the inner corner there, and it's the same shade that I use in the center bit just to make it blingy a bit more. And I've also got it on the brow bone, which is coming off intensely gold there. So I did that. I also used my mascara. So I've got to mention earlier, I have used up the Bad Gal Bang dry as a bone. Like, that's not gonna do anything. That's finished, and to replace it, I have the Hourglass Caution Mascara sample, once again from my Full Face of Sample Makeup. I am definitely purchasing a big one. I absolutely love it. I've got it on my top lashes and on my lower lash line. I have removed the Tarte Amazonian Clay Smart Mascara. I didn't like it. Let's get into the lips. I'm removing heaps of lip products, like heaps. All right, so I had two full-size ColourPop. This is the shade Darling and this is the shade Flurries. I'm taking them both out. Flurries was too pink and so was Darling as well. The Candy Venom shade, yeah, I don't find myself reaching for these really ultra bright pink shades, mostly because I like doing colorful eye looks, so I can never really get a chance to use this. This is the Kat Von D Everlasting Liquid Lipstick in the shade Lovecraft. Once again, it's ultra pink. Yeah. No, I didn't really pick very well. Now that I'm starting to understand what I actually really like, I'm learning these things. So I haven't really added any shades. Okay, that's a lie. I added one shade, but I've kept a lot of what I've actually had before. I had too much lip stuff. It was a little bit like, oh shit, let's just go for the same one. So I'm keeping the Kat Von D subtle lipstick in the shade Cathedral. This is still the sample size. I did go ahead and buy a large one, so I want to just use this up and, you know, I'm keeping the Tarte, what is this? Color Splash lipstick in the shade Colada. This is that nude that I absolutely adore. Now I have been using this. You can tell I have been using that, and I really like that with a lip liner in conjunction with Cathedral. These two, I love the look, and that's probably what I'm going to do for you guys today. And then from Sephora, I've got this shade, which is called R23. This is the Sephora Rogue Cream Lipsticks, and it's like a really deep plummy shade, which would actually go really well with this. Anyway, the other Sephora same same lipstick except different color. This one is in R49, which is that deep red. I love this color. I kept the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine Ultra Cushion Lip Gloss. This is in the shade Naked. I love kind of combining these three together. In terms of lip liner, I am getting rid of, as in like taking it out of my project pan, the OXX lip liner pencil in that weird ass shade. Yeah, I just didn't like it. It was just sitting there. I'm gonna declutter that. Not using the everlasting lip liner in the shade Lolita, only because it's such a specific light shade. It doesn't really do anything for me in terms of how I wear lip liner, so I'm taking this out of the equation. I am still currently using the Kat Von D lip liner in Crucifix. You guys would have seen me use this a lot, but look how much is left. Literally, that's it. Last leg. So I'm gonna use the last bit of this today, and I'm going to add this M.A.C Pro Longwear Lip Pencil in the shade Bittersweet. And it looks like that. Perfect shade. So I'm replacing this. So I've only got one, but it's the whole pencil. Like, you have to sharpen it. It's not, you don't turn it up, you have to sharpen. So I've got all of this left. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. Empty. Done. Finished. You need to. So yes, place it with M.A.C. And then my favorite lip combo. And Netta, of course. I love it. Netta is like my all-time fave, honestly. And that, my friends, is the final look, as you can see. Okay, guys, so I hope you liked this video. It was fun. It was hella fun. As always, don't forget to subscribe on your way out so that you're notified when I upload. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. And yes, there'll be more Project Pan updates. So yes, guys, thank you so much for clicking and watching if you made it this far. And I will see you, my pretties, on the next video. Take care. Bye.